Good morning, guys. Good morning. I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about yesterday. Um, now I don't know if you guys saw my short clip, but BCB dropped a video talking about Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio for the AAA title. Now he asked in the comment box who should win that belt. Should it be Rey or should it be Dom? Now I didn't answer because I didn't like the ending where he said that he could see Dom, Rey, and Liv teaming up together, which I don't see that happening because I feel like it doesn't make sense because, you know, if you want, because we're in the middle of a storyline and right now the storyline is unpredictable because we don't know what's going to come true. We don't know what's not going to come true. Um, again, I'm tired of these people going online coming up with these conspiracy theories when the reality of it is we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know. And that's why I just wish they would just do the right thing and just have Liv break up with Dom so that way we could get the unpredicted, right? I still think that because we're never going to move forward as long as those two are still together, and that's just clear as day. I keep saying it over and over. As long as they still together, we're never going to move forward with the storyline because if you keep them together, what are they going to be doing? Going after people, making fun of people, mocking people, like who? Going after couples. And what couple is that? CM Punk and AJ Lee? No, fuck that. Because how are they a babyface if you're gonna have them go against CM Punk and AJ Lee? They're over with the crowd and they're baby faces. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense. Why would Liv and Dom go against two people that they know they can't beat? You know this. Like it's just like what and then what else you gonna do? Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Liv and Dom for the AAA mixed tag team titles? Are you kidding me? If they win those belts, we're fucked. We're never. That's like you know damn well you're not gonna find no opponents for Liv and Dom. You know damn well you're not gonna do that. And then what? You're just gonna have them win the belt. You're just gonna have them have the belt so that way Rhea and Damian Priest can take them. Oh, that's fucked up. You should have done that beforehand. But other than that, it's like no, bro. Like no, 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 no. We need to tell a story, and right now this story is getting it's a mess. It's trash, and it's not and it hasn't been recycled. And we need something in action. Now tomorrow is Monday Night Raw, and the one thing I want to see is that I want to see Finn and Dom get at it to the point where Dom is had enough with Finn and he wants to leave, and Finn Balor wants to kick him out and Roxanne follows, and then at that point, maybe Dom can help Roxanne get out of the group. That way, Dom and Roxanne can work together until Liv comes back, and then when Liv comes back, at some point she's gonna want to team up with JD and Finn just to take down Dom and Roxanne. And then hopefully he can make up with a spotter to where all three of them can work together. And Roxanne will be okay with it because she respects Rey Mysterio. So and she shouted out Eddie Guerrero on the day that he passed, right? We were celebrating Eddie. I don't know if it was his birthday, but I think it was either his birthday or the day of his passing. You know what I'm saying? And she showed love. She showed love to Eddie Guerrero. That's the thing. Shawty showed love, and Triple H still don't acknowledge that. Like, what do you mean? Like, come on, man. Like Roxanne was showing love to Eddie Guerrero, and Liv did not do any of that. The only thing she did was shouted out the advertisement for Liv and Dom, and that motherfucker ain't going nowhere. Yes, it's doing viewers. Yes, it's doing viewership, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're talking about Eddie, the guy that you're trying to promote with Dom. Okay, you know Dom is over because of him, and then all of a sudden you wanna keep this shit going. This is stupid. Why are we continuing to promote this shit? It makes no sense. But, again, all we could do is hope that next year we'll get an ending. But right now, we're not going to get it as long as they still together. Okay? We're not going to get it. So I hope that Dom lose the AAA belt so that way he can learn. And then hopefully, next year we could probably help Roxanne to turn babyface to where she could get over with the crowd, because I did like her as a babyface though, and we all did. but to keep her as a heel, man, it ain't gonna work. Like I said, her heel work is sucks. But then again, we do want to see Roxanne go against AJ Lee. But I just don't. But I just think it's just. I just think we need to do something besides have Rey Mysterio in this situation where he has to team up with a white woman when he could be teaming up with his own kind. You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense to me for him to team up with Liv when he could team up with Roxanne that show love to Eddie. You know what I'm saying? So now you could say Raquel, but he didn't mention Raquel in the video, and that's because I do think Raquel might go after the world title one more time. But then they spread rumors about Stephanie going against Becky or Lyra. I mean, not Lyra, Rhea. And I just I don't know. I mean, is it for the title or not? I don't think it's for the title. But if Rhea wins at the Royal Rumble, then it's a wrap for Liv, because then she got to win the Elimination Chamber. And that's not going to look good for Bianca, because Bianca needs to face Jade. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to have Charlotte take the belt and then we get Charlotte versus Liv, because Liv never beat Charlotte before. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that. And honestly, I think that's good for Liv, because she needs to get that dub against Charlotte, because Charlotte's, one thing Liv never did was beat Charlotte Flair in a one-on-one match. And I think that's good for business if you have Liv go against Charlotte, so that way she could get that dub. I would definitely be in tune in that. But we need to break her away from the Judgment Day storyline. And the only way we could do that is if we have Dominic Mysterio break over. So, if we do end up getting Stephanie versus Rhea at WrestleMania, and then we end up getting Liv versus Charlotte, I mean, that's fine. But we still got to get Bianca versus Jade, and that's just where we're going. But again, if they do that, I won't be mad at that booking at all. But still, Dom got to break away. You know what I mean? Dom and Liv got to break away. Okay, they gotta break away from each other, and we can move on to the next. So we'll see. But I didn't answer last time, but I'm gonna answer this time. I pick Rey Mysterio. Because if Rey Mysterio wins, Dom will crash out again, and then at that point, he's not gonna trust nobody, because he can't win a match. He can't win clean. He don't have no backup. So now he's frustrated. He's angry because he needs help, but he can't get it because nobody's helping him. And you know what I'm saying. So at that point, we're definitely gonna see. We're definitely going to see that Liv and Dom are in turmoil, because now, Dom is relying on Liv more, and Liv is having, have a lot on her plate, because she's dealing with Nikki, she's dealing with Raquel, she's dealing with Roxanne, she's dealing with Rhea and Ia still, because they still don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And they, and the only person that could probably help her is Stephanie, even though I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else gonna team with her. I don't want to see Lyra team up with her. But, Bayley, I can see it, because she's not in the right place right now. So I can see Bayley doing it. But other than that, well, that's because you gotta think about it. Who's gonna team up with Liv after all that shit she been talking? That's the only people I could think of: Stephanie, Becky, Lyra, and some not Lyra. No, hopefully not Lyra. Or some NXT people. You know what I'm saying? Rather it's Ruka, Thea Hall, or Jessie Jane, or whoever. I can't see nobody teaming with Liv. I'm sorry. I just can't see it. Liv Morgan's going to stay in the mid-card division until she get away from Dom, and then at that point she'll be main event. But right now she's not. So I pick Rey Mysterio because I think we need to end this storyline, and that's how we end it, by having Dom lose it all, and then at that point he's gonna have to make up. He's gonna have to make up with his father, because he don't got nobody. Everybody he had, he pushed away. So, but then again, if we're gonna kid him with Roxanne, then at that point he really doesn't need his father at that point. But if he's still beefing with Finn and JD's still part of the group, then yeah, he's gonna need help. You know what I'm saying? So, and at that point he's gonna have to team up with his father. He's gonna have to. He's outnumbered. But like I said, once he lose it all, he's gonna see that he need a spotter. And And he, and you could say, well, he'll have Roxanne, so how will he lose it all? And I'm like, well, because he don't have the titles no more. He don't have Liv no more. He don't have Damian and Rhea no more. Not that he don't care, but I'm just saying that he don't have these people no more to back him up. So now he has to rely on Roxanne, and we don't even know what they're gonna do for Raquel. We don't even know. You know, can we get Dom and Ray to team up with Raquel and Roxanne? I don't know. I don't know, but I kind of want Raquel to go on her own. So, I don't know if we're gonna get that, but I hope we get that, because if we do get that, Raquel could get back to the big three. So we have to wait and see. But I get that people are saying, well, Stephanie just won the belt, and I get that, but she's gonna have to lose it eventually, and I say have her lose it against Raquel. That way we could get Liv versus Raquel. But if we're not gonna get that and Liv go to SmackDown, then fine. You know what I'm saying? But I just will hate for her to, to go through the Elimination Chamber and she didn't win the Royal Rumble. But hey, but I hope she does win the Royal Rumble, just so we could get that story told. But if it doesn't come to that, then yeah, win the Elimination Chamber, and whoever is the champion, shit, do what you do. But we'll see. But y'all get in the comment box and y'all let me know who you think should win that belt, man. Should it be Ray, or should Dom retains? Like I said, if Ray wins, the storyline can move on, right? Because like I told you, Ray never won that belt before, so he should get that belt, and we can move on, right? We can move past. Wait, like I said, if Ray wins, the story can move forward. If Dom wins, we're going backwards, clear as day. So I could have put that in the comment box of this video, but because BCB is a Dominic Mysterio fan, he probably just speaking for all the Dominic Mysterio fans, because unfortunately there's a lot of Dominic Mysterio fans that are fans of Liv Morgan, and that's the reason why he probably saying all that, because he probably want some support from them, which I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm like, dude, keep it blood raw, man. Don't just go on there speaking for those bots online, man. Like, keep it blood raw. You know what I mean? See, I speak for the people. I don't speak for, the bots online. I know they trolling when they say that Liv and Dom are gonna be babyface. No, Dom got a long wait. That's why I want Liv Morgan to stay as heel and he go babyface. But the only way that could happen is if she the only way that could happen is if she turn on Dom. But some people feel like that's good for her, because that way she can move forward. I don't think I don't think that should her being babyface or her being heel should be part of it. It should just be, this is part of the story, right? So the story is going to explain itself, and that's why I'm trying to be humble with it, because I don't really want to. I really can't tell you what's going to happen, because Triple H messed up the storyline to where now it's not predictable. So we really don't know what's next. But I can tell you what I hope for, and what I hope for is that if they do set up a match like that before Liv comes back, I want Dom to lose the belt to Rey Mysterio, so that way Rey could get that belt, so he could claim that, hey, I'm a AAA champion, and he could put that on his resume and in his legacy. And then after that, we could get and then at that point, Rey will most likely make up after Liv Morgan and him split, and then because now he's alone and he don't got nobody. But hopefully Roxanne will be the helping hand, and then hopefully Ray will be okay with that, and then those three can work together to take down Finn, JD, and Liv Morgan. So hopefully, but they might end up passing the ball to the white people, but we'll see. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. Let me know who you will pick, Ray or Dom. Y'all comment down below. Let me know. Like I said, if Ray wins, the story moves forward. If Dom wins, then the story goes backwards. And I'm probably gonna comment down on this short video, because I didn't do it last time, and I'm probably gonna do it. So let me. I said it. So like I said, if Ray wins, the story moves forward. But if Dom wins and retains his title, then the story goes backwards. So just letting you know. All right, but y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right, I'm out.